Welcome to THD Weekly Update for November 18, 2012. For the S&P 500 update, I would like to show you what is happening on the monthly, weekly, and daily charts. On the left side, further left, you will see the monthly chart, which has not changed much since last update. We continue to have an overhead resistance on the RSI, and we continue to have a resistance on the ADX at the moment. I believe that with this volume divergence, the trend continues to be down. However, as I indicated before, these are monthly time frames and they're very slow to resolve. On the weekly chart, we had definitely a down week. However, even with a strong volume, the closing of the bar was somewhere above, close to the middle of the bar itself. Maybe not 50%, or maybe around 75% of that bar. And that means is that the sellers were not strong enough to take this bar down below this line itself. And that to me is definitely an indication that we're about to have a reversal on the SPX likely this coming week. And that is confirmed on the daily chart. On the daily chart, you can see that we had obviously a strong down movement on the SPX throughout the last several weeks. However, the last two sessions, they made new lows, but last Friday, price managed to close higher than the previous low. So, in my opinion, we're about to see a magenta peak here, and that likely will definitely move price toward this ATR area right here. Whether it will reach it or not, it needs to be seen. However, I will definitely pay close attention to it in the week to come. Now let's look in detail the daily chart. The daily chart shows very interesting details here. When you look at the whole chart itself, you can see all of these support areas, and here you see some resistance areas. Definitely, as I indicated before, we had a magenta peak here when the downtrend started, and I'm very close to see another one like this one here. At that level, that definitely will create a significant resistance on the downside. So most like price will, and again, as I mentioned before, will bounce and will come back around this 1400 area. How long it will take to take that happen, it is to be seen. Just pay attention to the next few days to see what the market will give to us. Now remember, next week we have 3 trading sessions, most likely with very low volume because of Thanksgiving. So just be careful starting a new position next week, and if you do, make sure you take your necessary precautions. On the COMEX, on the monthly and weekly update, this is a very active, in my opinion, market at the moment, and you can see that we had a strong volume here on the monthly chart, and definitely that the bars indicate the closing, that was the case. We still have a resistance on the upper side on the RSI. We have a resistance on the upper side on the ADX. However, not as strong as the prior two, but it needs to be noticed. On the monthly chart, on the weekly chart, we had a strong volume last week on the downside. However, look at where the price closed. It tried to pull down below this line, but it couldn't. So at this moment, my estimation, based upon looking at this weekly chart, weekly bar, looking at this strong volume, and looking where the RSI is located in this weekly time frame, we're about probably to also see another pullback like the market I just mentioned beforehand. On the daily COMEX, you can also see the same indication that as the market before, that we had two new lows in the last Thursday and Friday, but Friday close was above this supporting area. So that also in combination with this high ADS value 64, 63, I would take cautious creating a new short positions on on the downside, or long positions in case of doing options. At the same time, more interesting enough, we see a divergence in volume here, and I will show you on the next chart that indication. This is what THD called a spring, and you can see here that in this bar, even with a strong volume, could not break this support, and here it violated, and again it bounced back over the line, and that in combination with the X to me is an indication this market is about to bounce. Now, where is the target? I would pay a close attention to the red cross or the ATR for that, and just take precautionary notes on that, and make sure that any long positions you do proper money management as well. On the Dow monthly, weekly, and daily charts, you can see also some very interesting activities taking place. We continue to have overhead resistance on the RSI, on the ADX. You can see that on the weekly, because of this strong retracement, the downtrend on the weekly has begun. You don't see here, but here's the red cross or the red ATR. And that bounce of the THDMA is an indication that also, in combination with this high ADS value, that we're about to see a pullback coming at any moment. On the daily chart, just like the other two markets that I mentioned beforehand, you can see that price on Friday made a new low. However, it managed to close above the support line, and that in combination with a ADS value around 51 could definitely be the indication for this market to retrace. Here's more about the daily chart. Also, we have an upthrust potential here, a spring, like the THD called this divergence. However, volume is still not giving me indication that to be the case. So we'll be more cautious about taking a bounce here, because obviously you see here a still increasing ADX. Most likely I would like to see price violate this furthermore and create a volume divergence to consider a counter trend trade. Just pay attention again for the next 2-3 trading sessions to see whether you get a further indication that a counter trade can be made. Remember, make sure to wait for the market settles around 10 to 10:15 a.m. before entering a position or swing trades. Make sure there is no significant market reports coming up that could affect your trades. Exercise proper money management, and visit the THD sites and register for a seminar. Thank you.